Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Astral Dimension. So today's podcast is about toxic masculinity. So we usually talk about very toxic traits that we see in men usually on day-to-day basis, and we try to decode their nature. We try to specify that okay, males are like that. Males have these traits. Toxic males have these traits, and this is how male brain functions and all. We usually talk about everything that we can find on this particular topic to understand why some males can become toxic. So first of all, I'm going to cover male side, and then I will go with toxic femininity. So let's cover males first. So see, when we talk about males in astrology, we have to look for Mars. And Mars in the sign of Cancer becomes debilitated, which means it is considered that Mars is at its lowest strength in the sign of Cancer. Now we can understand male mentality, especially toxic male mentality, if we try to understand Mars in the sign of Cancer, because Mars in the sign of Cancer has to deal with emotions. It has to deal with feelings. It has to be polite. It has to be very, we can say, protective. Yes, Mars is a protector and it can do really well in protective domains, but Cancer is that kind of protected domain where you cannot use weapon. You have to use emotions. And Mars is one planet which is not very good with emotions, because Mars needs logic, that give me a script, give me a routine, give me some detailed ethical way of doing my stuff, and I will do it for you. Give me a roadmap, give me a plan, and I will do things for you. And that is why it is exalted in the sign of Capricorn. So in the sign of Cancer, when Mars has to deal with his own emotions, it will become irritated, and that is toxic masculinity. So when you see that, and I'm not saying that all toxic males have Mars in the sign of Cancer, no. We are trying to understand male behavior, toxic male behavior, through Mars in the sign of Cancer, and how we can deal with that and how we can see it. So see, when Mars is in the sign of Cancer, it has to deal with emotions. This point is very clear. And such males, or we can say males in general, because in astrology Mars is males, so males will find it really difficult to express their emotions. They can show you their sincerity, they can show you their love, they can show you their commitment, they can show you their dedication through their action. I know, time and again, every person has at some point in their life has have must have told you this, that for males, try to look for their action. And I'm telling you again, please, all the ladies, try to look for action that your partner is doing for you. Don't just label him that he is emotionally unavailable, he is not emotionally expressive, he is not vulnerable with me, he is not very compassionate with me. Don't do this thing. Yes, there is some form of kindness, there is some form of compassion in every male, and I'm trying to include kind people in my group, but yes, there are some unkind people as well. So if you encounter some person who is very unkind, who is mean, and who is toxic, and you feel like okay, I cannot live with this guy, then you have to leave. So in my bubble, I am considering good people. So if you deal with a person and you feel like okay, he's not emotionally available, but you try to look for his efforts, what efforts he is putting in you. Is he doing some action which is out of his comfort zone just for you? If he's trying to be very aware and open minded about the details that you give him regarding the things that you like, or the things that you want, or the things that you hate, or the things that you fear about, and he is doing some action to show you that okay, he heard that, he knows that, so you have to look in that direction. In that manner, you can understand that okay, he having some problem in expressing his emotions, but he is showing me action, which means Mars in sign of Capricorn, which is his exaltation state. So you have to encourage that particular front, so that Mars can be transferred in its Cancer state to its Capricorn state. And this is how males are going to work. And again, I'm not saying that every toxic male has his Mars in the sign of Cancer. No, we are not just doing astrology here, we are trying to understand males. This is first point. Then comes a very important fact that okay, males cannot be vulnerable in front of us, and they cannot show us their tears, they cannot show us their stress, they cannot show us what is wrong with their life, they cannot share their traumas, and you have problem that why my man is not sharing anything with me. Now again, answer lies in the sign of Cancer and Capricorn. In the sign of Cancer, when males really want to express themselves, they will become very toxic. They will throw stuff. They will demean. They will become sarcastic. They will become overly possessive, overly jealous. They want to protect uh, even things which don't even belong to them, because they just want to conquer something. This is Mars, true Martian nature. And Mars in the sign of Cancer shows that okay, now this Cancer is extremely possessive and protective, and that protection and possessiveness will reach a state where it can become unbearable, because in their protection they can suffocate the person or the particular partner that they love. So that is toxic side of Mars in sign of Cancer, and it is their extreme negative side of emotions. So you do not want your man to become that toxic, you do not want your man to become that possessive and jealous. You just want a healthy amount of emotions from him, you just want healthy amount of vulnerability from him. So you have to understand Mars in the sign of Capricorn, and how you can do that. When you see that a person, especially a male, is very excited about something, they will silently enjoy it. Even if they like their food, they will silently enjoy it. If they like some video game, they will silently enjoy it. If they like company of their friends, they will sit silently and they will enjoy their company. They can even use their phone when they are with their friends, and they will be fine. They will be okay, and they will be enjoying their work just because you are with them. So you have to be present. You don't have to make your man speak about his trauma, speak about his vulnerabilities. You just have to be present with him so that he can enjoy your company and he can enjoy the thing that he is doing. You have to give him time and trust that, okay, you can do good, you can do better. And that is the only thing that a man will want from you. This is the only thing. He does not want you to share his traumas and vulnerabilities, because then he will feel like he is somewhat less in your eyes. There are very few men who can openly share about their traumas, they can openly share about their vulnerabilities, and maximum number of males cannot do that, because somehow it is embedded in them that if we share something, we are going to come out as somewhat less. And again, this goes back in the sign of Cancer, where Mars is debilitated, that whenever Mars will express itself in the sign of Cancer, it will be shut down. People will tell you, especially young males, that don't cry. Don't say that you cannot do it. Don't get bullied by other males, because they somehow it is embedded in them that if you are being bullied by somebody else, you are weak, and males will not want that. It is their lowest state. Emotion and expressiveness of their emotion is their lowest state. We have to understand it as females. Yes, we can help them to clear their mind, we can help them when they are in stress, we can help them when they want to cry, and it's okay to cry. But we cannot expect them to share their emotions constantly 24/7 or daily or monthly or weekly with us, because somewhere in their mind they will come out as weak. They just want to enjoy our company. Now comes the last and the third point, that okay, some males can become very abusive and sometimes even violent. And again, this goes back in the sign of Cancer, where a soldier is present in a kitchen, and that soldier has no role in the kitchen. So they will feel out of element, they will feel out of zone, they will feel like okay, they don't belong to the place in which they are standing. And that will give rise to that kind of abusiveness, that kind of violence, and that kind of dominance, that no, I will protect, even if this is a kitchen, I will protect it. And from that particular mindset, their toxicity will arise, that they can hold on to something which is giving them pain. They can hold on to relationship that can give them pain. It can be abusive relationship with their parents, it can be abusive love relationship, it can be abusive relationship with their friends, and they will hold on to it just because it is giving them uh, some sense of security and possessiveness, that it belongs to me. this nature of this belongs to me and this belongs only to me. This is again the sign of Mars in Cancer, which is extreme lowest side of males. And the only way to treat this particular condition is to move away from them, because this is the extreme sense and you cannot deal with a toxic person or abusive person, which is not good. So you have to understand it. And again, in the highest sense of males, which is Mars in a sign of Capricorn, they will know that okay, we can conquer it, we can achieve it, but we are not going to do that because other person does not want to be conquered. That is Mars in Capricorn, which is the highest state of males. So they will know that even if you are married, they can come and they can sweep off your feet. So Mars in a sign of Capricorn will know that even if you are married, they will, if they will come in your life, they can make you fall in love with them, but they will choose not to do it because they know that it is not right. That is Mars in a sign of Capricorn, highest state. They know what they can do, they know what they can achieve, but if they know that achieving that is not going to be good, achieving that is not going to be beneficial, then they will walk out of it. So that is the major distinction between Mars in the sign of Cancer and Mars in the sign of Capricorn. And you can relate it as males in their lowest state and males in their highest state. So that is the main clarity and the main toxic nature that we have to understand. And again, I'm not telling you to deal with toxic males. I'm not telling you to spend your life with anyone who is not giving you a good treatment or who is abusive. No, I'm just giving you explanation as per astrology how we can understand toxic male nature through astrology. It is as simple as that. And other than that, you are aware, you are knowledgeable, you are adults, so you can take decision for yourself to not to be in any relationship that can give you any kind of harm, physical, mental, or even spiritual. So if you have more questions and doubts, you can ask me. You can ask me on Instagram, you can ask me on YouTube, wherever it's a possibility for you. So thank you.